I'll be honest with you, for my money, I think that death was one of the fairest things that ever happened to some of these people.
Before the season started, I did have this idea for True's opposite.
Anyway, I just wanted to say welcome. I'm True.
Like the name on the soda can.
Yeah, that's right.
Jack.
He immediately said, if she exists, and he didn't want to get into, you know, good or evil, the Grim Reaper versus an angel, but he did say that it just makes sense to him that if she exists, then there must be her opposite that exists.
Now, there was a thought among the writers that Luke will evolve into that character, and when we sat down with the network after, you know, midway through the first season, and they ordered sort of the back order of our show, they said, we want you to do that character. Luke is working really well as the boyfriend. We don't want to mess with that, but can you find someone of some stature to play that role of essentially death?
At school, 6 years of EMT experience is pretty good. Some would say that you're overqualified.
Some might say I'm late paying my rent. The first time I saw True Calling was the pilot. Fox sent me videotapes of all the pilots they did last year. And True Calling was the one pilot that I watched, and I thought, wow, man, this show is really, it's cool.
And I think it was important for us to use someone who was against type, too. And I think Jason playing sort of our version of the Grim Reaper is, you know, for us, we thought it was great. And because he's obviously not known for that, he was the good guy.
I was a little nervous to meet Jason Priestley at first because he was my high school crush growing up. Jason Priestley and Luke Perry and all those boys from 90210, hell yeah, that was our thing. And so, cut to 10 years later, we heard Jason was coming. I'm like, so, is Jason here? And I'm like really trying to play it cool. And then right when I saw him, I got this shy thing and he had this big smile on his face. So I was like, I'll just get it out right now. I was like, do you even understand what a ridiculous crush I've had on you since I was like 10 years old? I was like, so, I mean, of course it's over now and I'm all grown up. Melissa Sumner, 19, college student.
I like a girl who pays attention to the details.
Well, it's my job.
I've been a fan of Jason's for a long time, and that was sort of the first name that came up, and to me it just felt right. I knew what he had in him, and anyone who's seen his movies has seen other sides of him than we've seen on TV.
It just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right entrusting lives to my unsteady hands. I thought a change of location would help. It didn't. I'm hoping a change of vocation will.
Well, some would say once you survive something like that you were brought back for a reason.
I guess we'll see. You know, Jack's a bit of an enigma, and Jack has a dark side to him. I think that sort of those darker, kind of more twisted sensibilities are much closer to my own.
He plays it charming.
Wouldn't want to blow on my best material at once, but it's good to see you, boss.
I mean, he's death. It's not a mustached horror. And maybe in the hands of someone else, it's sort of the, you know, I'm death. I'm here to take lives. But with Jason, it's like really charming.
You know, Jack's a guy who's ensconcing himself into True's life. He's got a friendship with Harrison, and he's got a friendship with, you know, a relationship with Davis. Don't know if anyone really has a friendship with Davis. Not yet, anyway. Jack is really becoming intertwined in True's life.
Priestley, he was very giving in the scenes, and he taught me a lot about just to kind of, you know, chill.
Don't you want just a little flicker of, right? Jack is interesting to me because he is one of those characters that has a secret, you know, and I think anytime you get to play a character that has a secret and has a very specific purpose, I think those characters are fun to play because there are degrees of how much of it you can show and how much you want to show and how close you want to play your cards to your vest. So it's all just a matter of degrees, and you really have to you know, you got to work at it and you got to find things. And that's one of the things about being an actor that I really enjoy is the work, you know, and about figuring out where and when and how much and how to do it. You know, I really enjoy that part of it. So it's, Jack's been a fun character.
Also someone for Eliza to spar with. She's got a lot of sass just in her own personality, Eliza, and we didn't want to let that go to waste. However, when you are saving lives, it's really hard to be sassy while telling someone that you're gonna, you know, that they're gonna die. And so we try to get it in when possible, but when it was an actual and adversarial relationship, we knew that she was gonna be able to be like, okay, I can have all that energy towards him. And so I think the next season's gonna be a lot of fun to watch that now that she knows who she is.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
We left season 1 with True and Jack at war, essentially. I mean, he killed her boyfriend.
Loved the season finale. It was a lot of fun. It really was like True and Jack going head to head, and just that whole idea of, oh, it's on now.
If you think for 1 minute that I'm ever gonna stop, you're wrong. So you better watch your back, buddy, because it's on.
You should know one thing. This is bigger than you think.
And you should know one thing. You have no idea what you've begun.
Season finale really tees up where we go season 2.
I think she's just going to own her gift a little bit more and realize that, all right, I have this, and I'm going to be the best at it, especially now that I know that he's out there. Because I could, you know, attempt to go out there and save lives, knowing that I had the gift, but knowing that someone's fighting it just makes me want to be stronger.
The show will only get bigger season 2 because we not only have our character of life, we now have our character of death, and we have the worlds that each of them travel in and sort of the collision of those worlds. And I think we have more surprises season 2 simply because we have a bigger canvas.
To pick up the following season will just be, it's got a whole new energy, a whole new kind of charge, I think.